Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Chase. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're doing another operator review, and you guys voted Caveira. This one was actually very close. It was down between Caveira and Capitao, and Caveira got 21, Capitao got 20. So since we've had 3 defenders in a row now, I've made it to where we will only have an attacker next week, and we're going to be having Capitao or Jackal. So comment down below who you'd like to see in next week's operator review, Jackal or Capitao. So let's go ahead and jump into Caveira's operator review. So Caveira was actually introduced all the way back in 2016 within Operation Skull Rain. She's part of the BOPE force, which is essentially the Brazilian ops, and she is a 3-speed 1-armor operator. She has the silent step gadget, which gives her the ability to walk around silently and run around very quietly, as well as the passive ability to be able to interrogate enemies that are down. So let's go ahead and dive right into Caveira's strengths. So her gadget is basically centered around roaming. That's what you're going to want to do with her. That's what you're always going to have to do with her. She does not work as an anchor. The fact that she can move around silently is just so dangerous. You know, that's how you flank someone as a roamer, is creep up on them slowly or catch them by surprise. Something great for her is that she cannot be tracked by Jackal while she's in silent step. So basically you can just ignore Jackal if you're playing as Caveira, but let's be real, he's always banned, so you can ignore him anyways. Definitely her biggest strength is that she can interrogate enemies when they're down to reveal all of the attacker's locations. That is so powerful because it allows your team to get so many easy kills, especially when the person that you're interrogating is maybe a solo queuer, or they're just not using their mic or calling out anything, and they can't call out that they're being interrogated, so you know their team doesn't know. An interrogation is a great way to just flip around completely. It sends them running for the hills to waste their time, or it allows you to get so many easy kills. Her pistol is very powerful and it does tons of damage, but it does drop off very quickly. If you're within 5 feet, it's going to kill them easily, that quick. But you know, if you're 20 feet away, you're not going to kill them at all. So now let's go ahead and look at Caveira's weaknesses. It's really everything else about her is her weakness. Her weapon kit is absolutely atrocious. When you compare her primaries to other weapons in the game, the M12 and the SPAS 15 are some of the worst. The M12 does hardly any damage at range, it shoots slow, it's just not good, and then the SPAS 15, compared to other shotguns that are semi-automatic, I definitely pick those over the SPAS 15. The biggest problem for her is that she has no ranged weapons, and I can completely understand why. I mean, she has a very powerful gadget. If you give her these ranged weapons, she has the potential to do some harm. But yeah, you know, if you give them to her, it's overpowered, but if you keep them from her, she's underpowered. She has a very low floor, but she has a super high ceiling. She takes a lot of work and patience and time just to get to her ceiling, and you got to be dedicated to playing her. You got to be dedicated to working out the kinks on her, because you're not going to pick her up and just immediately pull off an interrogation every round like the godly noob. The ways to counter Caveira are people sticking together. You know, if you just run in groups of 2, there's typically not going to be a Caveira that can counter you because she just doesn't have the weapons to. Caveira really just flourishes in one-on-one gunfights, and you know, if you can limit the amount of one-on-one gunfights she has, then you can limit her ability a lot. Droning is a big way to counter Caveira, because as soon as you know that there's a Caveira on the other team, you need to drone everywhere around you just to make sure she's not near you, so you're not going to get interrogated. Always watch your flank too. That's another thing about, you know, people sticking together. You can have someone watching flank while the other one is moving forward. That's a great idea. Calling out a Caveira or an interrogation is also a big thing too. It will typically make the Caveira run away, or you know, if the interrogation is being called out, you can maybe get a lucky wallbang on the Caveira's head and save your teammate's life. A call out when an interrogation is being pulled off also can simply make your whole team run away. That will make it great because they can run outside to safety, and then the enemy team has to come to them or risk coming outside to come to them. Like I said earlier though, Caveira is very good against one-on-one close range gunfights, and she is great for flanking. Cosmetically, I really like Caveira. Not necessarily a fan of her elite skin, but I think there's nothing more defining in this game and unique in this game than her skull face paint. I think it really just defines her, and a lot of the headgear she has is really cool too, like the luchador mask. Caveira for the final rating is going to be getting a 5 out of 10, and before some of you Caveira mains come and kill me, let me explain. Caveira gets a 5 out of 10 strictly because there are better choices on the defensive side. A whole lot of better choices, actually. Let's be real for a second. A very good roamer should also be a very good fragger, and with Caveira's weapon kit, that's just completely impossible. Like I said, Caveira's weapon kit is likely to remain this way for the rest of the game's lifespan. With better weapons, she could be deemed overpowered because of how powerful her gadget has the potential to be, but you know, she has to remain a little bit underpowered because Siege prefers the underpowered ops over the overpowered ops. Caveira has a lot of potential in an experienced player's hands. Look at Godly Noob, but it certainly takes time and patience to get there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the Caveira operator review. If you did, be sure to smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below who you want to see next week, Capitao or Jackal. Join the Discord with the link down below in the description, and I will see you guys later. Peace.